In a small village in the middle of a deep forest, there was an old woman named Yaisai who lived in an old hut at the end of the village. Yaisai was a loner and did not socialize much with anyone. The villagers spread rumors that Yaisai had strong magical powers and behaved strangely at night. One night, while the villagers were sleeping, the sound of a dog howling could be heard throughout the village, followed by a bright red light floating above the treetops. The light moved quickly, passing each house, causing great fear in the villagers. The next morning, the villagers talked about what they had seen the previous night. Some said they saw a floating head, while others said they saw a large pile of intestines hanging down. The villagers believed that what they saw was a Kresu ghost and that Yaisai was the ghost's incarnation. The rumor of the Kresu ghost spread quickly. The villagers were afraid and did not dare to leave their homes at night. They decided to gather to drive the Kresu out of the village. When the villagers arrived at Yaisai's hut, they found it empty. There was no trace of Yaisai left. The villagers started searching the area, and finally they found strange traces. Blood and pieces of flesh leading deep into the forest. The villagers decided to follow the blood trail into the forest, and eventually they came across a horrifying sight. Grandma Sai sat surrounded by animal carcasses. Grandma Sai's eyes were bloodshot and her mouth was stained with blood. Grandma Sai looked up at the villagers with ferocious eyes before her body slowly changed. Her head was floating out of her body and her intestines were stretched out. The villagers were so scared that they almost lost their minds. They ran out of the forest for their lives. After that incident, the villagers became even more afraid of the Kresu. They did not dare to go out of their houses at night and tried everything they could to prevent the Kresu from entering the village. However, the Kresu continued to terrorize the villagers at night, continuously terrifying them. Until one day, a ghost hunter passed by the village. He heard the story of the Kresu and decided to help the villagers. The ghost hunter prepared various equipment to fight the Kresu. He performed a ritual to hypnotize the spirit and set traps throughout the village. That night, the Kresu went on the rampage as usual, but this time it encountered the ghost hunter. The fight between the ghost hunter and the Kresu was fierce. In the end, the ghost hunter was able to catch the Kresu. He performed a ritual to hypnotize the spirit, and took the Kresu ghost to be imprisoned in a safe place. After that, the village returned to peace. The villagers thanked the ghost hunters who saved them from the Kresu ghost, and they lived peacefully ever since.